Rhea Ripley to start new romantic angle with 36-year-old star on WWE Raw. Exploring the possibility. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jennifer. Have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Rhea Ripley is all set for the 2025 Women's Money in the Bank ladder match on June 7th. The Nightmare has been a workhorse throughout her career, leading her to become one of the most prominent stars on the roster. However, she has been receiving backlash in recent times, with many feeling that she is being handed title opportunities. In a surprising turn of events, Rhea Ripley might make major changes and begin a new romantic angle with a 36-year-old star. The superstar in question is backstage correspondent Kathy Kelly, who is reportedly preparing for a role on television. Recently, Kelly posted a TikTok video featuring herself and Rhea Ripley. She and Mommy were in a call booth together. Kelly first came out of the booth adjusting her clothes. Ripley followed her with a goofy smile on her face. This has led many fans to believe that they could soon start an on-screen romantic angle. The 36-year-old has also accepted that she is Ripley's work girlfriend. On X, Kelly recently expressed her desire to see Mommy take on Stephanie Vacker. If the two stars start feuding, Kelly could be the Nightmare's on-screen partner and manager. That said, the angle proposed above is speculative and nothing has been confirmed. Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez are longtime on-screen rivals. However, while speaking on Casual Conversation with the Classic, Big Mommy Cool broke character and said that she considered the Nightmare her real-life sister. I look at Rhea like my real-life sister, which is also a never-ending rivalry. That's just what sisters do, you know? We fight, we make up. We fight, we make up. We fight, we make up. But at the end of the day, they're always there. Rhea has come such a long way on her own as the superstar in the Judgment Day, as this megastar that she is today. So working with her is always going to be a pleasure of mine, said Rodriguez. It will be interesting to see what plans the Triple H-led creative team has for Rhea Ripley in the coming months. Rhea Ripley will be competing against 5 other WWE superstars for a chance to win the Money in the Bank briefcase this weekend. On the recent episode of the Coach Bro Show, Vince Russo explains why Mommy is his favorite to win. Rhea Ripley qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder match a few weeks ago. She competed against Zoe Stark and Kairi Sane in a triple threat match. During the match, Stark accidentally injured her knee when she awkwardly landed after a missed dropkick. The referee quickly paused the match and ensured Stark was helped to the back. When the match resumed, Ripley made quick work of Sane and pinned her for the win. Vince Russo and Jonathan Coachman discussed the upcoming Money in the Bank PLE on the Coach Bro Show. Coachman asked his co-host whether WWE would put the MITB briefcase on a huge name such as Ripley. Russo believes that Ripley winning the match would be the right decision because then she would have a purpose on the show. Rhea Ripley, along with other WWE superstars such as CM Punk, Dominic Mysterio, Liv Morgan, and more, were at Netflix Tudum over the weekend. The event showcased sneak peeks, behind-the-scenes footage, and teasers of what to expect from the streaming platform. At the event, the star posted a clip of her using Lady Gaga's prop to make an entrance, for which she later apologized. Also at the event, she and Liv Morgan had an altercation that required CM Punk to intervene. It looks like the rivalry between Morgan and Ripley is far from over. After 2 incredibly successful years in AEW, Mariah May has seemingly departed from the Jacksonville-based promotion for WWE. The glamour was recently removed from the roster page of the Tony Khan-owned company, sparking a flurry, no pun intended, of speculation regarding her future. Given her well-documented love for the Stamford-based organization, it's quite likely that she'll jump ship. If WWE signs her, there are many questions that need to be answered about her arrival. Which brand will the 26-year-old land on? When and where will she debut? Will she keep her name and AEW character? Will she come in as a singles competitor or partner with someone? Most importantly, who will be her first dance partner under Triple H? Below are 4 dream potential first opponents for Mariah May in WWE. Mariah May and Liv Morgan enjoyed strikingly similar rises in AEW and WWE, respectively, throughout 2024. Both women grew leaps and bounds in stature as a result of love triangle storylines, establishing themselves against arguably the biggest stars in their divisions. Although they ultimately lost those rivalries, they emerged as undeniably top stars in the business. Imagine the magic the duo could weave across from each other in this Stamford-based promotion. It would be intriguing to see how well the pair's very different styles mesh together and how much chemistry they have. Add Dominic Mysterio into the mix, and you have the potential for a scandalous yet highly entertaining first rivalry for the glamour. Mariah May was part of the first ever tryout class for NXT UK. The glamour did not make it to the now-defunct developmental show, but she has since made a name for herself in the Indies, Stardom, and AEW. Now that she seems set to finally arrive in WWE, she could reunite with some old friends on the main roster. Arguably, the most prominent of these is the current Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria, who is in the same tryout class of 2019. Valkyria could be the Glamour's first opponent, allowing the duo to revisit their history and craft an emotional and compelling storyline from it. If the champion retains her title against Becky Lynch at Money in the Bank, May could win gold within weeks of her arrival, while Mariah May shares an off-screen history with Lyra Valkyria. One WWE superstar she has on-screen history with is Julia. The Glamour engaged in an epic rivalry with SmackDown's newest recruit in Stardom, one which went a long way towards putting both women on the map. The former AEW Women's Champion has made no secret of her desire to face the beautiful madness again. Given how well acquainted the duo already is, it's hard to imagine a better first opponent for May in the Stamford-based promotion than her old rival. The former NXT Women's Champion could introduce the wider WWE audience to their newest star with some in-ring excellence, setting the tone for both women's main roster runs. WWE is currently enjoying arguably its biggest assortment of top female superstars in history. In addition to Liv Morgan, the likes of Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, and IYO Sky are all in their prime. Close behind them is a young group of mega talents, including Tiffany Stratton, Julia, Stephanie Vacker, Jordynne Grace, and others. However, arguably the biggest female star in the entire business right now is Rhea Ripley. The Eradicator combines in-ring prowess, character work, popularity, and title dominance better than most on the planet, and elevates most who face her. All this makes her possibly the best first opponent for Mariah May to help the latter make her mark at the very top of the card. For proof of concept, see the Glamour's epic storyline with timeless Toni Storm in AEW. Rhea Ripley is all set for the traditional women's WWE Money in the Bank ladder match on June 7th. The Nightmare punched her ticket to MITB, beating Kairi Sane and Zoe Stark in a competitive bout on a previous edition of Raw. Mommy has vowed to win the briefcase and capture the lost title. However, things might end up dramatically for Ripley, and she might have to back out. Ripley's arch-rival and the reigning women's tag team champion, Liv Morgan, has had a tough time since she returned to Monday Night Raw, as she has lost 2 big matches in a row. The latest edition of the Red brand saw her lose the final qualifying match for the MITB ladder bout, after Stephanie Vacker pinned Ivy Nile and secured the final spot. In a shocking turn of events, Liv Morgan, alongside Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, might attack Rhea Ripley and put the Nightmare out of commission, unable to compete in the Money in the Bank ladder contest. Morgan could then replace Mommy using her champion status. Liv and Ripley's bad blood appears to be a never-ending affair, as both stars recently had a heated face-off at Netflix's Tudum event. That said, the angle proposed above is merely speculation and analysis based on current storylines and developments, which are subject to change at any time, and nothing has been confirmed. In an exclusive interview with Sportskeeda Wrestling's senior editor Bill Apter, Natalya spoke about the strengths of the former Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley. It will be interesting to see what plans the Triple H-led creative team has for Ripley in the coming months.